The Spit Bucket Podcast. Salute, gentlemen.
Shout out.
What does a
Good
potential...
interview with Brenagh yesterday. Yeah.
Okay.
You done?
Sorry, go ahead.
The Spit Bucket Podcast. Salute, gentlemen. What does a potential rematch with Tank look like? Did your opinion change after Saturday? Let's go right to that. Go ahead.
I think...
Go ahead, Antt. You want me to go?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
You go first.
Rematch with Tank. Tank actually has bringing resistance where Haney just don't have the power. A lot of things factor into the Tank rematch. What's the weight gonna be? What are we fighting at? Who's the A side? I think both of these guys feel like they're the A side.
Let's
now.
assume Ryan gets his way in a rematch. No. Let's assume though he's able to fight at 140. Let's just assume. Yeah.
144.
Yeah.
It goes. It's a better fight. I think Tank skill-wise, power-wise, Tank's still able to pull that off. I just think that power, he had no respect for Devin Haney, Shawn. And I thought Devin Haney power was more because of the Regis fight, but Regis tried to box a boxer, and I didn't think about that. When Haney went in and blitzed him, I mean, when Garcia was more brought the power to the fight. I still got to go with Tank. I still think Tank gets Ryan Garcia. I mean, I'm up for the fight again, though. That kind of turns it up for me. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, yeah, that's the important part there. Is that even if you think he'll win, there's enough intrigue there that you want to see it again. Mm-hmm. That fight just became probably the biggest fight in boxing now. It's bigger than Canelo-Benavidez now because these guys got their finger on the pulse of the youth and they know how to, especially Ryan, manipulate contemporary media to bring the most attention possible to what they got going on. So would Ryan win a rematch at a higher weight? I don't know. I know Tank won on the night they fought, and credit to Tank for that. But the important part isn't even what me or you think. It's that the general public would want to see it. And even casual fans are like, they know about the weight in the first fight. And that's such a big selling point. And then after what Ryan did in upsetting Devin, I don't even usually care to talk about numbers, but that's a fight that does over 2 million pay-per-view buys. That fight could be Mayweather De La Hoya territory now.
Okay.
So I think that fight might be the biggest fight in boxing now, a rematch.
And that's what we want in boxing, rematches.
Yeah.
Like Porter owes us like 3 rematches they never gave us. That's crazy. And he retired.
Especially Spence.
And
Thurman. Maybe Thurman even more.
Yeah, Thurman. But it's just like, this is what I wanted for boxing. Always wanted, because UFC has all this ish, but this is what I wanted for boxing. I know we got the business, but go ahead, Shawn.
Listen, hopefully we can get all the way back to the beginning of how this fight started and everything. But let me say this. I still think that Devin Haney, once he recovers, he gets back going. He's got a lot to get through and all that kind of stuff. When Devin does get back, Devin versus Tank, it's still a fight that needs to be seen.
Yes, I still want to see it.
Yeah.
All right. Then first and foremost, let me say that I had people. He can't beat. He kept getting hit with that hook. Tank never got hit with the hook one time. Guess what? Tank's a southpaw. All Tank got to do is hold his right hand up, and the hook it stops that orthodox fighter from even feeling like he can land the hook. You know what I mean? And there was so much more that went into the Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia fight. Number one, to the question, yes, I think that rematch should be better. Could possibly even still go the same way. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Tank ain't nothing different. Styles make fights. We can't say that more than enough. So when you got a Ryan Garcia that was amped up, came into the ring, did everything he needed to do, dropped Haney 3+ times, great, magnificent fight. But Styles make fights. That was a prime performance. That was a it was a prime performance. So what can you do the same thing against a Tank Davis? I'm really not sure. Let's not do this. Tank is still a southpaw. Tank is still explosive. Tank is still gonna take the distance away. Tank still is smart as ever. And the list goes on. And then you got right behind him Devin Haney. All of the same thing. Let's go all the way back to the beginning of this fight. I think the rematch is intriguing now. Mm-hmm. I still want to see. Ain't nothing went away from me to see Tank
Shawn,
and Devin get it down.
Ryan actually said after the fight though that he's not interested in a rematch with Devin. What do you think about that?
I'm not mad at him.
Really?
Wait a minute. He said, excuse me. He said he's not interested in the rematch with Devin.
Yeah, he said that right after the fight.
Listen, man, at the end of the day, this is the business for him. At the end of the day is I got off on you. I got the tiebreaker, and now it's time for me to get Ghost on the bigger and better. So that's the business for him. I hope the business don't allow him to do that, but that truly is the business for a Ryan Garcia in this position.
But then Ryan also said, Ryan has been going off. He called out Boots. He called out Spence. He called out Fundora. He did say he will fight him in a rematch. He called out
Paulie and Tim, right?
Yeah.
and Chris.
Yeah, no, come on. We ain't got time for that.
Right.
Come on, legit fights over here. Okay? Ryan Garcia I almost said something pause worthy. Ryan Garcia want to get some guys, okay? He calling out everybody. He feel like he the creme.
You know what's a great fight with him? 144, A.K.A. Cruz. Be a great fight. This Mexican American. I know, but this Mexican American star against this star that's now become beloved in Mexico. A little bit of Chavez, De La Hoya. Not so much. A.K.A. Cruz isn't Chavez and Ryan isn't Oscar yet, but in terms of that dynamic between the two fan bases, and then it's one guy who all he wants to do is come forward and smother your shots and beat the crap out of you against a guy who, please come forward, because all I want to do is get this left hook off. So that would be a great fight. And Ryan is one more big fight away. Maybe it would be Cruz would fit the bill from becoming the guy in terms of, star power. And because after this win, he's one of the guys.
Yeah.
But if he were to beat Tank in a rematch, maybe even Cruz or something like that, then he's going to become the guy in terms of box office.